I'm Clive Corbett, head teacher at Pershore High School, and the school and I have had a long association with Schools of Tomorrow, going back to its inception, and in the last year we've been delighted to be involved in the Trailblazer for Fellowship.
My name's Edward Butterfree and I'm Community Coordinator at Pershore High School. My involvement with the Fellowship Trailblazer project has been, as lead staff member, has been to coordinate our staff stakeholder group, to support and coordinate our student representative.
My involvement as head teacher of the school in the fellowship programme has been mainly focusing around facilitation. In other words, making sure that the right people staff-wise and the right people in relation to students and other community members are involved in the programme. Some of the work that I've done has been involved in making sure that the parent panel that we have has been involved in their contribution to the scheme, and in addition to involve community members too.
My name's Megan and I've come from Pershore High School and I'm a student in Year 11, and my role in the Trailblazer is the student representative. When we brought the ideas of the quadrant from the Fellowship Trailblazer back to school, we discussed them and set up a questionnaire to send to all around the school, and I also sent it to representatives I wanted to be in an individual group, and we've got the feedback.
The involvement of the Peter Pan Nursery Federation in Bedford, for example, has encouraged us to look at the way that we deal with learning in school, and that in secondary school to question whether the subject-related focus is something that takes over too much at the expense of skills and problem solving.
Teachers often focus on well-being in the lower schools than in the higher schools, and children are more seen as individuals at a young age, and eventually it becomes as you become part of the system.
It reminded me of some of the basic things that we are not doing so well, I think, within secondary teaching, and that was particularly some very basic things of independence and nurturing children to be confident in their own decision making.
For me and for us in Pershore, it is more about how we can work together as a school community and a broader community to develop youngsters as whole human beings and to make sure that they're prepared for the future in the broadest possible sense. And encouraging others in school that youngsters are not purely exam statistics. We need and are concerned for their well-being and their whole development.
It's made me realise that I don't want to just be seen as a number, and I want to work out a healthy balance between being a person and getting grades. How my teachers can teach me things that most people need, for example, like taxes and other things you need as a grown-up that you don't really focus on at school, as well as feeling part of something as a community and in other aspects. Usually, beforehand, it was Year 11s, you need to get the grades like they got last year, but after we did the Trailblazer and we spoke to teachers about the pressure, they've said you need to do your best, and they've checked. It's just the simple things, but it's like changings of words and the respect you get instead of the you need to do this at the same time.
That's what we do as a school, and how we improve and the actions we take to improve are starting to be dictated by the stakeholders of the school, the people who work at the school and the people who we serve. It has changed how I think about my role. As a classroom teacher, it's quite easy to become cynical, to only see problems and not be quite sure about how you can overcome these problems. A big change for me has been that I may see problems, but now I start to see solutions as well.
It's really helpful. It does make life easy, but it's really, really helpful because, like I've said before, really, I just don't want to be part of the system. I want to be a human being who's in education, who's here to learn, not get grades on an exam paper.
I feel like I have quite a new direction in my profession. and that's really important.